some remnant of it. That's because that's typical of not just the kidney, but most of the visceral structures. That's a protective mechanism. The fat is to insulate them. So there's your pair of kidneys. Then coming out of the kidney, you have this vessel. And there's a pair of that. That's your ureter. And then it goes to this sac. And the bladder itself is also packed in fat. I just took the fat off. So that's the bladder. And then coming out of the bladder, you have the ureter. The urethra. This is a female cat. So this is the not fallopian tube. They don't have fallopian tube. The uterine horns. This is where the babies would be. And I think she's early pregnant, the way this is. Stiff. And she carries the babies in here because this is the uterus, and that's not much of a space to put a litter. So the uterine horns is what they're called, but I show you that to show you the uterus goes into the vagina. So the vagina is this portion down here, this narrow piece, and the vagina merges with the urethra, and then it comes out. If you look, there's two openings. There's a small one. There's a small opening right here. That opening is the urogenital sinus, and then behind it you have the larger one, which is the anus. So in the female cat there's only two openings. In the human female, can you bring me those purple ones, please? Both of them. So for comparison, in the human female,
sorry, it's okay.
So in the human females, we have three openings. So we have the vaginal orifice, and then there's the urethral orifice number 23, and then of course there's the anus. So the female cat only has two. So in the female cat, the urethra merges with the vagina and comes out as one opening. So you'd only have one opening here and just the anus there. The one opening, or the single opening, is called the urogenital sinus. This is reproductive, digestive, and urinary all on this. For the urinary, number 28 would be the ureter. This is the bladder, number 21. And this is the urethra and the urethral orifice. That's as much as you can see on this model for the female. And then for the male, remember that the male shares some structures with the reproductive. So for example, the urethra, it is used to deposit the sperm as well as the urine, or to expel the sperm and the urine from the male. So that's a shared structure. And then the penis, of course, it runs through it, so it's another shared structure. Notice that the urethra passes directly through the prostate, number 7, and that means that means when the prostate is inflamed or infected or cancerous, then it's going to affect the urethra that's passing through it. This is the bladder, number 28. Well, I think they're trying to refer to the muscle. It's called the suture muscle, but it's the entire structure here, that the bladder. Number 33 would be the ureter, bringing the urine to the bladder. There are some sphincters that's not shown very well there. If you wonder how they can be sharing the same tube, you have a urethral sphincter, internal urethral sphincter that closes. So when the male is ejaculating, no urine can come through, and vice versa. There's another sphincter right here. This is the ejaculatory duct, by the way. Well, I think you knew that. You did 2070 already. So this is the corpus gland, and it deposits the pre-ejaculate into the urethra. So the urethra is carrying all of the stuff, and this is the urethral orifice, number 14, to the outside. All the other structures are digestive structures. Okay. So I'm going to leave the cat out. You can take a peek